What up, what up? Jamel Redemption here, RBMDRT. Pardon the background noise, man. I can hear a lot of noise in the background. I hope it ain't disturbing my feed right now, my stream right now. But they got tree cutters over there, and they got workers over there doing construction by the park. Like I said, I'm sorry if I apologize for the noise in the background. I can't control that, so I'll try to stay close to the camera so you can hear me during this stream. But this stream right here is it's going to be a long one. It's going to be an important one. And this for all the NoFåp practitioners, the seed retention practitioners out there, and just anybody who's interested in this journey and want to update on what I'm going through right now and want inspiration and motivation on their journey. It's summertime. For the last few years, I've been on seed retention off and on. And this year has been my longest streak year. I went 133 days without a release. As of right now, I'm 146 days with no adult videos, which is the longest I've ever went without watching adult videos. And I'm going to start right there. It's my new norm. My new normal is to not watch adult videos. Like, I don't even pick my phone up. I don't even feel the need to watch porn at all. And that's crazy because that used to be my norm. That used to be something that I went to for comfort. That would be something that I went to when I was bored. That would be something that I went to combat trauma. It would be something that I do for dopamine hits. Numerous reasons. But as of right now, it's my norm to not watch adult videos at all. I haven't opened and it started last year. Like, I went serious hard on eradicating adult videos from my habit. So it was a few ups and downs towards the end of last year, but by the beginning of this year, I got a grip on it. For many of you who don't know my story, at the beginning of this year, I was living in a homeless shelter. And like I said in another video, if I'm ever in jail or if I'm ever around a lot of men, I'm not going to watch adult videos in the first place. So since I was living there, it made it easy for me to cut adult videos off. Now, I have went to visit a friend, an acquaintance at their house at the beginning of this year, and I think I might have watched one around that time, and I'm not even sure. So it might be more than 146 days. But I cut adult videos out my repertoire around February 2024. And now it's my normal to not watch adult videos. It's my norm to not masturbate. It's my norm to not physically lust over women. That's my norm. You know what I mean? That's my normal behavior. You feel me? It used to be my normal behavior to watch adult videos. It used to, like, especially at night, that would be my norm. Now, because it's not my norm now, doesn't mean that it's not normal for the typical guy. I wouldn't say average guy because I don't know who's doing what, when, and how. But I know for me, it's not my norm. And being that not so long ago, it was my norm, I would assume that many guys out here that's still their norm. It's still normal for them to pick their phone up, look at an adult video, and get off. I mean, I know it's the norm for a lot of guys, but it's not my norm anymore. It's my norm to walk past the liquor store. I haven't went in a liquor store to buy alcohol since last year. You feel me? I haven't went in a liquor store since last year. So now it's my norm to walk past a liquor store. No matter how I'm feeling on that day, if I'm feeling down, if I feel like I'm depressed or whatever the case may be, I'm not going to go in the liquor store and buy me a half pint or a pint just to get through my day. It's my norm. At least right now in my life, it's my norm to not rely on going in the liquor store to buy some liquor. But for the typical person who's struggling with addiction, I understand, because not so long ago, that was my norm. Now that brings me to my next point. For so many years, my norm in the summertime was to turn up. And it's not just normal for me. It's normal because around this time of year, many fruits are harvested. It's a high time for harvesting fruits. It's the peak season for many fruit harvesters. So what do people make with fruits? They make wine. For thousands of years, man used fruits to make wine. Right now, people are using fruits to make wine. When we got an abundance of fruit, we have an abundance of energy. And when we have an abundance of energy, we want to release that energy. And what I've noticed throughout the last few years, because the last several years I've attempted to practice seed retention, Kundalini awakening. This year has been my most productive year on this journey. I've went the longest I've ever been, and I've successfully completed milestones in my Kundalini awakening. But what I've noticed is every year I fold around the beginning of spring, or I fold around the beginning of summer. Now this year I folded around the beginning of summer. I did have a release, but it was a release with a woman, you know what I mean? But then I immediately got back on seed retention. Now I'm in practicing seed retention during the height of the summer, and I'm noticing the same summertime madness. In the summertime, it's harder. In the harder months, it's harder to practice Kundalini awakening. And this just ain't me saying this. If any ancient practitioner, any seasoned practitioner, they will all tell you the hot time is the most difficult time to be practicing Kundalini awakening, because there's more energy. You're processing more energy, more information from the sun, more information from the fruits, more information from nature, more information being displayed from the opposite sex because they got less clothes on, they got more energy, they got more attraction to you because you might have been on this journey since winter, and you holding all of this life force energy. You might have been on your, during the winter, in the spring, you might have been on your square, and you've really been exercising, obtaining resources. So you appeal to them. So it's more difficult right now for you to practice a Kundalini awakening than it is in the winter or later fall. Because fall is another difficult month because that's harvest. That's the harvest season. So don't get discouraged, guys, when it's summertime and you may have a release or a relapse. It's not uncommon. It's the most difficult time to be on a seed retention journey when it's the harder times. It's more calories, more energies. And you do have energy in reserve, so if you do relapse, hurry up and get back on track. Like I had to do this past beginning of the summer. You have energy in the reserves. You can bounce back from a relapse quicker if you already been on the street. If it's already your new norm not to partake in detrimental behavior. And I use that term detrimental in a high key. Because it's not beneficial for you to be spilling your seed at all. Unless you are trying to bring in new life into this world. Another thing I've noticed is my need for validation has went down extremely. When I used to drink all the time, when I used to spill my seed all the time, I wanted validation because I wanted other things to fill me back up with the energy that I lost. I needed more dopamine. I was a dope fiend, not dope as far as smoking brick, rock or nothing like that. But I was a dope fiend, not in the sense of shooting up my veins. I was a dope fiend because I needed dopamine from everything else but natural dopamine production. And I needed validation. I needed the validation that I ain't getting right now. I don't have any viewers right now on this live stream. And I don't care. They might come later on the back end. I'm going to share this to seed retention groups or whatever, and they might validate me. And if they don't, I still don't care. I really don't. What I care about is helping who needs to be helped. I need to help myself first. So I need to get all this energy out in a healthy way. And I need to help somebody else who's interested in remaining on their journey. So those are the only two entities that I need validation from. Myself and myself. Because I'm already doing the work. I'm already helping myself and helping somebody. I don't know who it is yet, but somebody will be helped. And that's what it's about, being of service. Your purpose is attached to your service, and your service is attached to your purpose. So I found that my desire for external validation or validation from people who ain't even a factor is non-existent. And that's a wonderful feeling. And I'm not saying that a man can only obtain that sense of not needing validation if he is on seed retention. I'm saying that seed retention can help you with that. If you're a man who is thirsty for validation, get on seed retention. Get on NoFåp. It'll help you in tremendous ways. Your new norm is a new height. And once you find that peace, you gotta remain there. You gotta stay there, but not forever. You just gotta stay there for a second so you can take in the view, do some research, take notes, and go to another level. Because many men have already been to this level before. But greater men than you have been higher. And that's where you want to get to. You don't want to get caught up in like, oh, my new norm is cool. Yeah, your new norm is cool, but there's another norm. It's normal. Like right now, my new norm still doesn't consist of my normal being able to do everything that I want to do. But there's a man somewhere that his norm is waking up in the morning and he can do whatever he wants to do. If he wanna go mountain climbing that day, he can do that. If he wanna go skydiving that day, he can do that. If he wanna go jet skiing that day, he can do that. That ain't my norm right now. But that's a norm that I would like to have one day. Celebrate your new norms right now. Take in your new norm right now. Take in your... Understand that, yeah, you came a long way from where you came from. But realize that there's a norm that you haven't even experienced yet. And that's where you want to be. So, how you get to that next norm is to remain on your new norm. And gradually, the next level of norms will be your new norm. And then there's another height, there's another level after that. You feel me? And that's where the validation at. The validation is appreciating your new norm. In the summertime madness, being able to remain focused in the summertime madness and remain righteous in the summertime madness, that's how you get to have enough strength when it becomes fall madness, and to have enough sense to keep your energy in the winter times, because in the winter time you really need to retain, because you have less energy. There's a scarcity in the winter. See, everything is plentiful right now in the summer. Everything is plentiful, especially the heat. We got plenty of heat. And heat makes things move. That's a law of physics. Heat makes things move. Heat moves things. So imagine how much heat energy is being moved throughout your body. So although Kundalini awakening is difficult in the heart, in the heat, it's possible, and it's highly beneficial for you to keep striving on your seed retention journey. I'm Jamil Redemption. This is RBMDRT, repairing broken men by doing righteous things. Y'all take care of yourself out there.